August Alsina is once again out for the blood of the Smiths, and this time, he doesn't care who gets hurt, nor is he interested in knowing if the not-so-perfect marriage of Will and Jada breaks up. August is exposing the wild and infamous parties hosted by Jada and Will in their backyard, which caters to A-listers who are on the DL. And I'm not gonna lie, what August has to say is a whole mess.
It broke me down. It was a part of me being paralyzed, trying to pull myself apart from it. It probably will be the hardest thing that I've ever experienced in this lifetime.
But why is he coming out now after all this time to expose Will? And could it be that he is still very much hung up on Jada, even after she publicly embarrassed him and made him look spineless? Hang on, fam, because we about to take a deep dive. So, ever since Jada and Will got married in '97, there's been a lot of rumors swirling around their relationship, and one of the wildest of them all is that both of them are swingers who have managed to keep their sexuality a secret so that it won't damage either of their reputations and therefore their careers. Initially, the rumors of Will being bisexual started going around after he starred in 6 Degrees of Separation as a gay con man, but he refused to do the scene where he was supposed to kiss his co-star, Anthony Michael Hall, because he didn't want to come across as gay to his friends and family in Philly. In an interview with E!, he said, "It was very immature on my part. I was thinking, how are my friends in Philly going to think about this? I wasn't emotionally stable enough to artistically commit to that aspect of the film." But then, Will published his autobiography, and as he tried to promote it, he mentioned that while method acting in 6 Degrees of Separation, he was fully submerged in the character for 6 to 8 days at a time, and wanted to experience everything as his characters would, and things got so intense that he fell in love with Stockard Channing, his co-star.
It's like on 6 Degrees of Separation, I fell in love with Stockard Channing. A part of it became me.
And this is really interesting because if he really was that deep into the role, then why did he ask that the director and writers remove the kissing scene between him and Anthony? Unless, of course, he was really afraid that folks will draw a parallel between his role in the movie and his real-life attraction to men. But this isn't the only interesting thing when it comes to Jada and Will's marriage. Transgender activist and actress Alexis Arquette accused Will of being a beard husband and that Jada and Will's union was more or less a rainbow marriage, which is really when two closeted queer people get together to cover their tracks and try to lead a socially acceptable life. In a deleted Facebook post, Alexis said, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I'll listen to them." But Will's ex, Cherie Fletcher, went on the defense and denied that such a thing ever happened, and that she didn't leave Will because she caught him cheating.
Not only is it out of line, it's absolutely not true. And I'm offended and I'm hurt.
And while this seemed really well-intentioned and genuine, fans immediately started suspecting that Cherie went this hard on Alexis to defend Will because she knew the rumors were true and didn't want to damage his reputation or their son's Trey. But the most messy allegations yet against Will are those of the secret gay parties he hosts with Diddy for the elites of the entertainment industry who are on the DL. Jaguar Wright accused Will and Jada of hosting such parties to take advantage of the young men who go to them for help in their career, including artists like Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, and you guessed it, August Alsina.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house fucking screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
She also revealed Diddy as his accomplice, and y'all know Puffy has been in the news for these types of allegations for a very long time. I think one accusation that really stood out for me was when Gene Deal, his former bodyguard, went on Vlad TV and told the world that Puffy and Ja Rule once disappeared into a room with a bag of toys and came out butt naked when Ja Rule's cousin interrupted their flow.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. And he was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked.
Well, August, who has most definitely been a guest at one of these parties, is finally breaking his silence on the subject, and just like I assured you before, it's a mess. So in case you forgot the entire entanglement drama, August and Jada were messing around with each other in plain sight, but no one actually suspected a thing because August was more of the speed of Willow, Jada's daughter, than Jada herself. I mean, if we're talking age, style, and just plain old propriety, August and Jada had no business together. But according to August, they started dating with the blessings and approval of Will. But then Will wanted to reclaim his girl back, and Jada got tired of her side piece, so they both curved August and removed him from the picture. Well, August didn't take that too well, and in 2019, he dropped Nunya, where he was texting someone named Karen, which is Jada's middle name. And with coded lyrics, he talked about how he was heartbroken that Karen, aka Jada, was playing him. But then he denied that the lyrics were ever about Jada until he went on to discuss Jada and Will, saying that he was a big part of their family and everyone around them knew he and Jada were an item, and he just wanted to clear the air because people were looking at him like some homewrecker. And the long and short was that he painted himself as some victim who was used by Jada to make Will jealous.
But once it starts to affect me in my livelihood, I have to speak up about my truth and stand on my 10 with anything that may come along with it.
Is it disappointing that she never addressed it?
And while there's just a lot to say about why Jada wanted to make Will jealous, even though on the gram they were like the ideal power couple, I'll just focus on the fact that 2 weeks after this interview aired and everyone was like, what the F? Jada dragged Will to the red table to hash out matters that, in my opinion, should have been left private. But in the spirit of addressing the rumors started by August's interview, Jada called her relationship with August an entanglement that was caused by the hurt she carried on from her childhood and the separation she and Will went through at the point when she met August.
You need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
In the Jada position right now, so,
Okay.
you know, you, during that time, launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency.
And according to her, August was the one who stopped keeping in touch and more or less ended the relationship because she was trying to patch things up with Will.
And started to realize certain things about you and I. He decided to break all communication with me,
Right.
which was totally understandable.
Right.
And this isn't the first time Will has had to come to the defense of Jada for fumbling with other men while she's been married to him. In 2011, Jada was accused of cheating with J-Lo's husband, Mark Anthony, and the rumor got so thick that Jada and Will had to release a joint statement that nothing happened between her and Mark. Then in 2012, Will was in the news and the story was that he and his long-term friend, Dwayne Martin, were in a relationship and that Will spent more time with Dwayne than he spent with Jada and the kids. One source even claimed that Will took Dwayne on exotic vacations while Jada was left all alone at home. Jada then posted on her Facebook the following year that she was done with the rumor that her marriage to Will was open. She said that there was no such thing happening and that their relationship was evolving. In her own words, Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one. And to be sincere, all of this just feels like a fancy cover-up because tell me why some years later, Will stated that he and Jada weren't exclusive, even though they were married to each other.
Simple idea is you love in freedom with everybody except your partner, right? Your kids are gonna go off to college and you're gonna wait for them to come back, and they might not be able to come back this Christmas, and you let them go, your friends. There's a certain fluidity in your interactions, right? It's friendship versus marital prison.
And in a way, I think this is why Jada was messing with all those men and still terribly hung up on Tupac. And we all know the Oscar drama that happened between Jada, Will, and Chris. Well, this year, Chris went all out on a Netflix special and said that Will slapped him because he was an easy target for his pent-up emotions as regards to his marriage.
And the talk and every rapper and the drink champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch and called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me.
And according to sources, August approves of this message and even finds it funny. The source told the New York Post, a lot of people spoke out against August, so he was happy to see that Chris Rock seemed to be advocating for the truth and not just making a joke. And fans are now sharing their thoughts on the whole situation, as well as Will's secret gay parties. And while some are doubling down on their ideas about Will's sexuality, others are asking the rest of us to mind our business. Like this user said, always knew Will was a fun boy. And this other user said, what people do in their bedroom is nobody's business, not even if they are a celebrity. Just enjoy their movies, you don't have to follow their lives. But tell me what y'all think. Do you think the rumors are true that Will swings both ways? And do you believe that is why his wife stepped out on him? Drop your thoughts in the comments and I'll see y'all in my next video.